Have you ever noticed how some people, even those closest to you, can unintentionally or sometimes intentionally make life feel heavier instead of lighter? You may be giving your all, but the energy you receive back can leave you drained. Learning to recognize who truly uplifts you and who doesn't can be one of the most liberating lessons of your life. Emma had always considered herself a caretaker at heart. Living in a lively, tight-knit small town, she was known for her kindness and reliability. At work, she went above and beyond to help coworkers and customers. At home, she spent hours supporting her family, running errands, and being the glue that kept everyone together. She prided herself on always being there for others, no matter what. But lately, Emma started noticing a pattern. Certain people who she once thought of as close friends or close colleagues seemed to drain her energy rather than replenish it. Claire, a longtime friend, constantly found reasons to criticize Emma's choices, even when asked for advice. Her comments weren't always overly sharp or harsh, but they left Emma questioning her decisions for hours afterward. At work, another friend, Matt, seemed to have perfected the art of complaining. Every conversation was filled with problems, worries, and frustrations, but never solutions. Emma tried to listen and empathize, but it started taking a toll. She noticed herself feeling tense even before meeting them, anticipating the emotional weight she knew would come. One evening, after a long day of work and errands, Emma sat alone in her living room, tea in hand, and reflected on her relationships. She realized something important. Support shouldn't feel like pressure or guilt. If someone consistently adds stress instead of comfort, it's not your fault. You have a right to protect your mental and emotional space. The next week, Emma began taking small steps to reclaim her peace. She started with boundaries that felt gentle yet firm. She politely declined some invitations that she knew would be emotionally taxing. She limited conversations that centered around complaints or judgment. When Claire called to criticize, Emma practiced listening without internalizing the words, reminding herself that she didn't have to take responsibility for someone else's perspective. At first, it was uncomfortable. Emma felt guilty for not being helpful enough or letting people down. But she kept returning to the thought that relationships should be reciprocal. They should bring warmth, understanding, and support, not stress and doubt. Over the next month, Emma noticed subtle changes. She had more mental space to focus on hobbies she'd neglected. Reading, sketching, and even taking long walks without worrying about how she should be helping everyone else. The people who consistently uplifted her naturally became closer. She realized she had been undervaluing their importance. Then came the turning point. One evening, Emma's younger cousin faced a personal crisis. The cousin called, distraught, unsure who to reach out to. Emma listened carefully, offering comfort and guidance. She realized that her ability to help came not from overextending herself, but from having the space to do so intentionally and fully. Meanwhile, those friends who had been draining her, Claire and Matt, gradually distanced themselves. It wasn't intentional on Emma's part. She simply stopped offering herself as an endless outlet for their negativity. To her surprise, she felt no resentment. Instead, she felt relief and clarity. She had discovered that it was okay to let go of relationships that weren't nurturing. By focusing on the people who genuinely cared for her, Emma began to thrive in new ways. She started her own small creative project, designing handmade journals that had been on hold for years. She had more energy, more confidence, and more patience for the right people in her life. Emma understood a truth she had been missing. Relationships are meant to lift you up, not weigh you down. Your relationships should be a source of strength, not stress. It's not selfish to protect your peace. In fact, it's necessary. Surround yourself with people who support your growth, who offer compassion, and who respect your boundaries. Step back from those who consistently drain your energy, your mind, your heart, and your potential will thank you for it. Remember, nurturing the right relationships give you clarity, resilience, and the freedom to focus on what truly matters. You deserve connections that elevate you, not diminish you. Together, let's move from doubt to power, one story at a time.